What up is Marcus with Dynasty Football Dads, where we give you daily Dynasty videos. We are doing today's tight end busts. And a couple of these I have already talked about previously, so you already know a couple of them. But we're going to be going through 4 of them. Now, if you're new to the channel, we are giving away a Jerry Jeudy signed free jersey. All you have to do is be a subscriber. We're getting close to 1,000, and we can give that away, and we can go on to the next thing, right? So, subscribe if you're new to the channel. The first guy, and this is probably my favorite of the 4, busts, it is Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki was a tight end number 1, a low-end tight end number 1, but the biggest issue I think we're going to have is Tua is still developing. I think he's going to take a step forward, but we're going to have an issue with Will Fuller there, Devontae Parker there, Preston Williams there, Jalen Waddle there, lots of targets to go to other people. And you're going to see this kind of trend go on with all 4 of these, is the target share is just not going to be there. And to be an elite tight end, or to even be a tight end like 7, 8, 9 range. And that's what I'm looking for. Is I'm looking for these tight ends to be this kind of like second, third, whatever tier you want to call 7 through 10 to be. They're not the elites, because they're not the Hawkinsons, and they're not even the elite of the elites, like the Kittles and Kelsey. So whatever they are. So Mike Gesicki is probably my favorite one of these 4, but we're gonna go to my second favorite, which would be Evan Ingram. And why I kind of paused there is because Evan Ingram has had so much hope, so much promise, but yet so much disappointment. We look at a guy and you're like, wow, over 600 yards last year. You're like, wow, that's awesome. He had 109 targets. 109. And he finished with 18. Come on now. Like, that is just, in a nutshell, that is disappointing. And do we think he's going to have 109 targets with now Kenny Golladay there? It's just like, you have all these different wide receivers there. It's just like, I don't see him, and Barkley's going to be healthy. I just don't see him being able to reproduce that. Tony's going to take some short stuff now. There's just so many weapons on that team that I feel like he's just going to get dwindled down. And I think Evan Ingram is just the best. Was his rookie year. Anyway, we've just seen disappointment after that, and that's kind of been where we've been at with Evan Ingram. The third one is going to be Logan Thomas. He had a 19% target share, and you get the gist. Curtis Samuel now there. It's like Antonio Gibson now threatened to be in more of the passing game. I think Logan Thomas is somebody that he's almost 30, that we are getting to the point that we are expecting this one-hit wonder, this Gary Barnage to happen again. And I don't think that he will happen again. I think that this is going to be a disappointment year for Logan Thomas. And people are going to be like, well, Fitzpatrick's there. He's such a better quarterback than Heineke and Alex Smith and stuff. And I agree that he may help Terry McLaurin. He may help Curtis Samuel. He may help like those wide receivers. But I don't think he's going to really help Logan Thomas. I think it's going to be a big step problem. I think it's going to be a big problem for Logan Thomas. I mean, look at Mike Gesicki with Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, Mike Gesicki's a better tight end than Logan Thomas, and still we had issues with Mike Gesicki. Fitzpatrick is not known for loving his tight ends, or at least I would say he has not been known for loving them. And the last one, as you know, the man that I not hate, I'm a Vikings fan, but the man that just statistically does not make sense, 59 targets, 52 catches, 11 touchdowns. You got it. It is Robert Tonyan. And so Robert Tonyan just being a guy that had, again, that's 1 out of every 5, 20% of his catches were touchdowns. Like, that's not going to happen again. I mean, Evan Ingram had 109 targets and 1 touchdown. I mean, you could say that Tonyan could have 59 targets next year, and he could have 35 catches and 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns. But I do think Tanyan's target share will move up a little bit. I think he could have 70 targets, but I think he's going to have a much worse year. So put it that way, right? I think he could have like 45, 50 catches, 70 targets. He could have 5 touchdowns. We're talking about a guy who's probably tight end 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there. Not tight end 2, 3, 4. Not even tight end 7, 8, 9. Like, I think he's a low end tight end 2. I don't think he's the next. I mean, everyone always calls the next person like Baby Gronk or Baby Kittle or whatever it is. I don't think he is the next guy like that. I do think Aaron Rodgers is going to dictate even some of this production level with him, because if it becomes Jordan Love, I think that's going to be a problem for Robert Tonyan. And they even have now Amari Rodgers there as well, which is going to be a really good slot guy, kind of like a Randall Cobb aspect. So that is the 4 tight ends that right now, there's so many different tight ends that we are like, oh, I love. Which, spoiler, I will give you somebody that I do love, Adam Troutman, like a player like that, like a tight end. He's like the only one on the roster. We don't necessarily know who the quarterback is going to be, but the target share could be there, and he's still super young. You could see Adam Troutman, who might have less value than some of these guys, that I would rather have and just bank on as being maybe my second or third tight end, as like this super flyer type. I said type twice. So that is something like that. Those are the type of players that I am looking for when it comes to trying to hit one of these tight ends. And a lot of times they end up not being what they want, that like they're supposed to be. I think there's like always 20 tight ends that are supposed to be the next tight end 7, and only like 1 becomes tight end 7, of course, duh. But like only 2 or 3 end up hitting into that area. So again, that is what I feel like with some of these tight end busts. Please let me know what you want the next videos to be on. We are kind of in this dead zone. It is July. August has not hit, which is kind of the pump up here. I want to produce content that is worth value to you, because I don't want to just be spitting out content that you don't necessarily care about. So please let me know what you want, and then I can start making some videos on that content. What are you struggling on? What are your weaknesses? What can we do as a channel to help you continue to get better and better and win those championships? Because it's going to start getting in the crunch time here, and some of you might be getting into the rookie drafts here, because some of them do it like right after the NFL draft. Some of them do it in August, and then some of you guys might be doing more startup stuff. We hope to do some different league stuff at our Patreon channel as well. So if you want, you can go through over that. I might be making a couple different little tiny alterations to it, but or you can just donate $1 to the channel, right? All right, peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Now turn up.